what I'm going to ask somebody who has the knowledge is two or three things. Firstly, what was the original intent of the caste system, right? How was it designed? Why was it designed? Was there any benefit in the design? Was there a purpose behind it?
Thank you, Utkarsh. I'm so glad that you've picked up a topic about which all of us talk all the time, and many of us don't really know anything much. So, what was the original intent is something I'll answer in one word: organization. It was organization of society. It was classification of society, not just society, it was classification of the cosmos. So, Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra are not people who are born in certain clans or families. It is a classification of the entire universe. So, to give a small example, even soil is classified in one of the four Varnas. The soil is definitely not, it's not, it doesn't even have any life. Ancient Indians liked to make sense of the universe. They made sense of the universe through observation, through understanding the properties of what they observed, and then classification. So, if you translate this onto people, society, how did it happen that this Varn system came in? First thing, the Varn system is theoretical.
Could
It's
I
not.
just stop you for a second there again, just for somebody like me? What do you mean, or what do we mean by one? If you
Yes,
could just
I'll
double
come to
click
that.
that. Yeah,
I'll come
yeah.
to that. Just remember, it's theory, okay, not
Hmm.
practice. Now,
Okay.
I'll go back to telling you how we went from what was actually observed and seen and classified to this Varn system. So, for that, I will start with Kul, Jati, and Sampradaya. Kul is the family you are born in, extended family, not the nuclear family as we think of now, but the extended family. That is, say, your clan, the Scottish clan, something like that, the Kul.
Yeah.
The Jati is a big group of people following the same occupation. So, again, remember the word occupation, it is very key for understanding both the Varn system and its distortion, which is called the caste system. So we've reached a group of people who follow the same occupation and who live together and who do the same thing. That is Jati. How does this segue into which God you follow? What we call in English or in Christian terms religion. So that is through Sampradaya. In the last podcast, also, we had spoken of Sampradaya, that these were the different gods and goddesses that you thought of as the ones you revered. You could be a Shakt, you could be a Shaiv, you could be a Vaishnav. Within these also, there are so many other Sampradayas, and all of them had their own ways of worship, their own rules and regulations about everything. So this was how it was managed at the real grassroots level. What do we pick up here to understand the so-called caste system? We pick up Jati. Jati is an occupational group. There are innumerable jatis. There were innumerable jatis all across the subcontinent, and even more, during modern times, it was up till Afghanistan. So these jatis followed the same occupation. They lived in the same way. They had certain customs. They tried to intermarry, rather intramarry, but there was also intermarriage. I'll come to that a little later. So
Yeah.
this is what perhaps we understand as caste, but that does not solve the problem, because then what is Varna? What you have been mentioning, Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra, that is not Jati, that is Varna. So what is Varna? Varna is a theoretical system of four large divisions into which all these jatis are supposed to fit in. Please note what I'm saying. They don't really fit in like a perfect puzzle. They're supposed to fit in. How does this work? So there is a jati of, say, agriculturists in Bihar, the same jati of agriculturists, say, in Karnataka. In Bihar, those agriculturists become very powerful. They then say that we are not Vaishya, we are Kshatriyas. They then say, no, we are not even Kshatriyas, we are Brahmins. In another part of the country, those same agriculturists are not so powerful. They don't have that much of a status. They remain Vaishyas. So, what am I hinting at here? Mobility. Mobility. Each jati changed its position according to its specific situation.
Watch the full conversation on the VARC Indian History channel.